Welcome to Cooking with Grandma. Today we're going to make lefse. First thing you have to do is cook a whole bunch of potatoes. So you get about 8 cups when you get them mashed up and run through this ricer like this. And then you let them cool. So that's what we did last night. And now I'm going to mix this up. And this has 8 cups of potatoes and 2 teaspoons of salt and 10 tablespoons of butter. And now I'm going to put in 3 cups of flour. Clear off here for how we're going to do the I only want, that's 2. It's only 3 cups, and then you use more when you roll it out because you gotta keep, so there's 3, and then I'll have this for rolling out. See if I can stir this up. Then you can, in the end, we'll be mixing it up by hand. But you gotta keep and start this way, you know. Rolling pin, it's got grooves in it, but then you put this sock over it. And then you use a lot of flour in this so it won't stick. Some people they just use this, and then the lefse has all those grooves in it. So if you go to a Norwegian store, you'll find you can get this and sock, they call it. And then this is a lefse stick, which is made of aspen wood, I guess. A friend of mine used to make those.
Where'd you get that?
I bought it at Elmont at school at the craft sale, but this man that makes them is from Strum. It's just south of Eau Claire, a little ways. You came by Strum, you know.
Oh, yeah.
We turn the griddle up to pretty hot. I put it on 500. Then you can always turn it down, you know. My mother, if there was some leftover mashed potatoes, she would just put some butter in and salt and mix a little flour in and fry it on top of the wood stove. Use a griddle. In the old days, nobody had electric griddles.
And how did your brother like it?
Oh, Louis always said, Mother, burn one for me, because he liked to have them so brown. Now, see what I have to do is get this so it isn't sticky. Put it in a roll. See, now it's not sticky really. It's doing pretty good. This batch should make 2 rolls like this. The reason I'm doing this is so it's so handy. Then you just cut off the right amount for rolling out. I have a whole plate full of these cut. Normally these would come out so they're real cold. So then I'll try one. It's too bad I don't have my canvas, so make it nice and round. Were you gonna roll some?
Sure, I'll let you do the first one though.
Okay.
So if you could talk me through it.
You put a lot of flour on there so it won't stick. And you want to try and keep them so they're round, you know. see Charlotte. Better. Now, if this was on that canvas thing, there'd be enough flour in that so it wouldn't stick, you know. Like having that on there. But you can't have it so it sticks. But you roll it pretty thin. You see that you got some flour under it.
Oh, right.
I think it's okay.
Mine's not so round.
That's a trick. Yeah.
Would this one work, or are these the same size?
I think this one is a little
Well, I don't have enough flour, do I?
thinner.
I probably didn't put enough flour in there.
You're probably going to have to roll it over.
Ooh, it's sticking. John's first Lefse.
This is a dilly. Yeah, it's really stuck.
Should we just start over?
Yeah, really stuck. Oh, come on. You see, if you have that canvas thing, just look at that, it didn't even stick.
So what do you think? Does Heather have a
She's
a
pretty-
future as a Norwegian?
Yeah, we'll train her. Do you know that, like, my brothers married German girls, you know, like Edna and Lillian, your aunt, and they took over making things. They'd never made, like, sunbuckles and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they're better at making this than I am. Well, it's just about ready.
Would you guys eat lutefisk at Christmas? With your...
We used to always have it,
Mm-hmm.
but the only ones that ate it was Rich and Dad and I. And, oh, it's so good. My dad's parents came from Norway. My grandpa came first. He'd gone down by the coast in Norway, and some fishermen said he was, I don't know, about 16 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, do you want to go with us fishing? And that was the same with Lars, Bubba, we called him. So he went with them fishing, and they go to Iceland and fish seals. But then Grandpa became a sailor, and he had come different times to the States on boats, and he decided to stay. So he came to Chippewa Falls and got a job. And then my grandma came because her sister was already here, and one brother. And then Grandpa and Grandma had been neighbors in Norway, so they got together in Chippewa and were married there. So that's a sober deal. Yeah.
What was your grandpa's name?
Anton.
Oh, okay.
my dad was Axel.
Mm-hmm.
There were a lot of Axels around here. Our neighbor, Axel Nelson, and our good friend, and where Lauren lives, was Axel Hannes. Now there aren't any Axels. Kelly named her little boy Alex. So that's got the letters turned around. Yes, I'll do it. So they're my doll cousins, because that was my mother's name.
Did they change the name when they came to...
Yes. My grandpa was supposed to be Larson, because his dad's name was Lars.
Mm-hmm.
Lars Dahl.
Mm-hmm.
So then his son gets to be Larson. And he got here and he took back their family name, Dahl.
Oh.
They never went by Larson. And Grandpa Solberg, his dad was Anders. And so he was supposed to be Anderson. That's the name he came here with. And he was in Chippewa and there were Andersons all over. And so one fella said, well, why don't you take the name from where you came from? And so Solberg is a little town in Norway. And that means sun on the mountain. Sol, you know, and a bird.
Wow.
So we went to that town and we were over there. It's real country where Grandpa Solberg's came from. It's about like here. It's the only level part, really, of Norway. In the middle, toward the south. But where Grandpa Dahl came from, of course, it's the fjord is right, Oslo Fjord, you know.
So did your folks speak Norwegian at all, or?
Yeah, to their parents.
Mm-hmm.
And our church, you know, was originally just Norwegian.
Mm.
So when I was even until confirmation age, they had one service a month of Norwegian. But then there's so few that just a few of the older people could understand, so then they finally switched to all English. Grandpa Dahl and Grandma, her name was Yersted, and they both worked for the same man in Oslo, some company. So when they were going to come here, they got married, that man paid for their whole wedding. So he must have liked them pretty well. You know, she's a master at that already. Look at that one.
Wow.
Great. Well, when you eat lefse, first you put on butter, and then we Norwegians put sugar on it. Some of the Germans put meatballs in it and roll it up. But this is the way we grew up with it.
Just a light smattering of sugar, or a lot of sugar?
No, that's enough. And you roll it up and eat it like that.